Hello and welcome to Vanguard Live Sports. My name is Dabilola Ogushaki, and today I will not be analyzing the sports alone. I have with me my co-host,
Agnes Joy Oloko.
and of course, a lot of things happened over the weekend with the EPL results and different things.
Yeah.
Actually, this weekend, let me just ask you, how was the weekend for you?
The
with
weekend
matches?
was very, very interesting. Like the matches, some people winning and others being defeated. That's what we expect though.
But you know, a lot of people who actually place their bets on the clubs that they believe that will win, I think most of those clubs actually lost.
Yeah,
Say, for
yeah,
example,
yes.
Manchester United, Tottenham.
Yeah, and also Aston Villa and Liverpool. Liverpool has been the celebrated, should I say the celebrated club or the celebrated one, but during the weekend they lost to Aston
It was
Villa.
not just small losing. Now, of course, it was very, very heavy.
Yeah.
7-2. Can you imagine the
Imagine
reigning
the
EPL
gap, like,
champions?
Yeah.
Something really went through. But of course, I'll be looking at EPL results. Also, they are discussing the transfer windows that will be ending. In some few hours, it will be closing, and that's around 11 p.m. I think. And also, I'll be looking at, of course, Nigeria, because we have some other things going around in Osun State regards to the 10,000 pounds that was sent by Igalo to Osun. And of course, we have an update on that. But first, let's discuss that of the EPL results and talking about Manchester United versus Tottenham. Manchester United were once defeated in their home again by Tottenham, and of course, talking about Tottenham defeating them in their home, it was expected from me that I'm actually a Manchester United fan, because they've not. Looking at it, they've not actually they've not done their best this season so far.
Yeah,
Talking about them, it was, should I say that it was actually a big loss for Manchester United, and also a big blow to Manchester United. Talking about a Tottenham coach, that's talking about Mourinho, who was actually sacked by Manchester United in 2018 after a fallout with the club coach and the management and the fans. Then the same club coming to defeat in your home 6-1, not even just maybe 2-1 or so. The defeat, it was really, but they were really humiliated by them. I'm sure that if they had the fans, Manchester United fans inside the stadium, in Old Trafford that day, I'm sure a lot of them would have to do that, raise the placard and be telling them to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Because now a lot of them are actually complaining. Manchester United fans are complaining, saying that of course OGS is not doing his job, and also they are asking for some other people that what are they playing, like James and also Gallo, saying they are not really doing their best. Even some of them are questioning Pogba and Anthony Martial, who of course got a red card that Sunday. And also talking about of course Anthony Martial getting the card. They had to end the match. They had to finish the match. 10 people had to finish the match. 60-minute match because of Anthony Martial getting a red card. The match was, should I just say, it was actually interesting. But talking about Manchester United losing, other clubs can afford to lose. They can just say, okay, just look at it as one other thing. But Manchester United losing shows that this season, this is not the first one they are losing. This is the second, and in their home for that matter. So it's really it puts a lot of questions to Manchester United.
Big hit on them.
Okay,
looking at Chelsea and Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace lost to Chelsea during the weekend with 4 goals. Like, Chelsea scored 4 goals, and those goals were scored by 3 persons, which one of them was Ben Chilwell, inspired his new look side to victory over Crystal Palace on his first Premier League start since a £4 million move from Leicester City, and having made his first appearance in Tuesday EFL Cup defeat on penalties by Tottenham. Chilwell marked his 100th Premier League game by firing it at the back post following Mamadou Sarufio's clearance. And also Chilwell, 23, then delivered an excellent cross from the left to allow Kurt Zouma to head in a second after 66 minutes before Jorginho converted 2 penalties in the space of 4 minutes to seal the victory, which actually means Jorginho scored 2 goals, leaving the remaining 2 for Ben Chilwell and Kurt. Then let's look at Chelsea's stats. None of the last 19 Premier League meetings between Chelsea and Crystal Palace have finished level, with Chelsea have won 6 consecutive league games against Crystal Palace for the first time, and the Blues, which we all know as Chelsea, have won more Premier League London debates than any other side, wanted 3, and have lost just one of their last 11 of those fixtures at home. And meanwhile, Crystal Palace have lost 9 of their last 12 Premier League matches. Then since the start of last season, the Eagles have failed to score in the first half in 30 different games. You know, the Eagles then were the Crystal Palace. Then more than any other Premier League side over that period. Jorginho became the second player to score 2 penalties in a Premier League game after manager Lampard did so far Chelsea against Aston Villa in March 2010.
Yeah, it was a Lampard, their parent coach, that actually did so in 2010, talking about, I think it was actually a great match. And Chelsea, I should say, people that actually place their bet on Chelsea, they were the only ones that were not disappointed.
They were not disappointed
last weekend. We have this where you feel like, okay, this club is going to win, and I'll just play my bets, forgetting that football is actually a game of chance. But now talking about Manchester City versus Leeds. Okay, Man City, of course, they visited Leeds this weekend, and it was a battle of wit between Pep Guardiola and his inspiration, that's Marcelo, and of course Raheem Sterling. Talking about this match with Leeds United and also Man City, it really showed that they were really ready.
Yeah, they were really ready. Manchester City were ready to win, but Leeds were very active on the field and did not make it easy at all for Man City.
They didn't make it easy at all for Man
That's why they ended up in a draw. I just believe
Leeds United are just trying to stay in the EPL.
Yeah.
For just looking at it, that they just got promoted to EPL after I think up to more than 20 years now that they've been to the EPL, and of course they really showed Man City that we are ready, and they showed a lot of people. I'm sure when Leeds United when they were going to play Manchester City, some of their fans were worried. With on Twitter it was even trending then. People were saying that Leeds United, they might actually lose this their first match since they came back, since they entered EPL. But looking at it was actually a draw with Manchester City. Manchester City talking about that their fans were actually disappointed. That newly promoted Leeds will do better than them. But of course, there's a lot of things that you can't put behind. Of course, their style means that there will be slips along the way. Of course, there's still going to be many things. Of course, they might still lose a match or not. But Leeds United are really showing that yes, they are ready for this EPL season. Just looking at some clubs like Fulham that have really lost all their matches this season, and also Sheffield United. We also have that. Talking about Sheffield United and Arsenal.
Yeah, talking about Sheffield United and Arsenal. Arsenal, they were really prepared since they were in their homes. I don't know what Manchester United were actually doing. Arsenal scored 2 goals to Sheffield, and Sheffield ended up getting 1. And Arsenal scored 2 quick fire second half goals to return to winning ways in the Premier League and leave Sheffield United without a point so far this season. The Gunners, which we all know as Arsenal, have won their opening 2 games before losing at champions Liverpool on Monday. But Bukayo Saka and Nicolas Pepe struck inside 3 minutes of one another to seal a hard-fought 2-1 victory over the Blades.
Yeah. Talking about Arsenal have really shown us that they are really ready. I think since before last season ended, they really tried their match, and this season also they've been winning their matches, and talking about the Europa League and the other leagues that they've played, they are really doing with that of Arsenal and Chelsea. This shows that Chelsea have lost all their matches that they played this season, and we are with 0 points on the standing, the EPL standing for 9 after playing 4 matches. Now, away from that, let's talk about the most talked match, and that's Aston Villa versus Liverpool. Liverpool losing to Aston Villa, of course, but at least it's just something that was not in their home. As of course, Aston Villa were in their home, but Aston Villa that just we just from few points they avoided relegation last season, and seeing that this season they are really they actually won Liverpool 7-2. It's a big blow to Liverpool, but it's a well-deserved win for Aston Villa, because as they were very, very superb yesterday when they were playing. They did their best. They got the right kick, while Liverpool really played poorly. You know, it's one thing for you to get to know Liverpool's weak points, and it's one thing for you to use that weak point against them. So they knew their weakness and also used that weak point against them. But you know, talking about Liverpool's coach, he was saying that it's just one of those matches, and we believe they will get over it, because we're talking about Liverpool, the reigning champion of EPL, and we believe that they will do better. But see, this season, I would say they've won their matches, but some of them have not been impressed with Liverpool. But let's just hope that as they are going forward, they will continue. And away from that, let's just discuss Bundesliga.
Bundesliga, we have Bayern Munich versus Hertha Berlin, which Bayern Munich came out with 4 points, leaving Hertha Berlin with 3 points. And the shocking thing about this match was that the 4 goals were actually scored by just one person, which is Robert Lewandowski. Scored 4 goals, including a dramatic 93rd minute winning from the penalty spot, as defending champions Bayern Munich edged Hertha Berlin in a trading Bundesliga match. You know what?
Talking about Lewandowski.
Yeah, still talking about Lewandowski. He was named the UEFA Men's Player of the Year 2019 and 2020 season.
Of course.
I mean, what do you have to say about Lewandowski?
Let's talk about Lewandowski. Of course, last season he actually did very well, and and this season we had people that were going to be that they were doubting their skills, saying that Lewandowski might actually not do better than he did last season. But it seems he actually put them wrong.
It's surprising.
4 goals in just one night in the Bundesliga. It seems he's aiming to also be the best player again for this of course this 2020 and 2021 season. But we're still looking forward to how the Bundesliga will go. Now, away from Bundesliga and EPL, now let's just talk about the transfer window that will be closing today, 11 p.m. Of course, we still have some other clubs that still have a lot to decide, like that of Manchester United, and of course I think they still have like 2 people to announce today. Of course, Manchester United will reportedly complete a move for Porto defender, that's Alex, today. The Red Devils have actually been there have been talks for I think some weeks now, where people have been saying that they will sign the Brazil international, but it seems they didn't discuss about it for some time. But within these last 24 hours, they've been talking about it, and it seems it will be announced today. That I think that's according to a report that he has actually put his pen down, and he might actually join the team today. We are still waiting for that. Announcement from Manchester United to see if Alex, of course, had joined the team. And I think you have that of Cavani.
Yeah, this Cavani completes Man United medical, and it says Edin Cavani completes his Man United medical last night with an official announcement on the centre forward to set arrived today. United have been linked with the 33-year-old over the few months, but the speculation surrounding the former PSG forward has intensified over the last 48 hours. He is set to travel last Sunday to England for the test.
He was said that he traveled to England for the test, and he has actually completed the test. And also Manchester United might be announcing him today. So talking about Cavani also, and he has played, and talking about Telles also, after arriving in England, I think he has scored 26 times and registered 57 assists in 195 outings for Dragons. Then that was talking about Alex and talking about Cavani. Joining Manchester United, I think it will be a good adopt to Manchester United. Now, talking about Edin Cavani, he has been doing good. And now talking about Chelsea, it says Chelsea won't allow Callum Hudson-Odoi to leave Chelsea. That the Chelsea manager actually don't want him to leave. Talking about him, I think Bayern Munich are actually believed to have wanted to sign the guy. They wanted to sign the of course Hudson-Odoi, but Chelsea said they are not ready to release him. Looking at the money that was dropped on the table, I think £70 million was actually dropped for him, but Chelsea's coach says that we only had, I think it seems he just wanted to allow him to go on loan, avoiding them signing him on a permanent deal. But we are still I think we just have a few just few hours left to see what is going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, and away from that, talking about COVID-19, I think it's still affecting the sporting.
It's still affecting the sporting industry. A lot of people are still in their homes, not being allowed to go to the viewing center to watch the sport.
That viewing center is going to be wrong. It's the wrong stuff to talk about now.
At least now,
people have not been allowed
just to let you know that
stadium.
COVID-19 is still out there. For you not to, you need to take the necessary measures till now because it's still out there.
I think and talking about Napoli, I think Napoli, their coach, that's Gattuso, Gennaro Gattuso. It was rumored some hours ago that he tested positive to COVID-19, but Napoli on the Twitter account actually came out to debunk the rumor, saying that he didn't actually test positive to COVID-19. But seeing that the other clubs and other things, we just hope everything will go out well for them. Napoli will not be traveling to Turin, where they are supposed to face Juventus tonight, but I hope Gattuso, I think they said they are going to still test them. They will undergo new COVID swab test tomorrow also to complete that. So I think they are really doing well managing this whole situation. Considering some I think some clubs, some of the balls they've allowed just 30% of the capacity of the stadium to return back to watch the matches, and we have 70% still outside. But it's a great thing that those is still being played behind closed down doors. They are still putting the interest of the footballers. Now away from all that, now the transfer window, I think we want to discuss about Nigeria. I think I'm missing Nigeria league too.
Nigeria, and we are going to be discussing about Igalo. Igalo transferred €10 to Osun.
10,000 euros.
Yeah, 10,000 euro, pardon, to Osun State, and Osun Ministry said they've paid foreign agents and other parties out of the money. The money being known in Nigeria is 4,481,772 naira, and now they are saying, the Osun Ministries are saying, the one left with them is remaining 3.1 million naira. That's the remaining money with them out of the 10,000 euro that was transferred to them.
I think this money was actually transferred. This money, Osun State, I think it's their share of Igalo's transfer money from Shanghai Sensua to Manchester United in 2020. To pay 2020, I think January, for loan when he went to Manchester United, his dream team. So I think it was the happiness that just made him to just decide to just give some of the money out. And there was actually a lot of rumors surrounding that money, and they said they were going to investigate it. So with Osun, the director in Osun saying that Osun Ministry, Sports Ministry, saying that they've just used some of the money to pay foreign agents and also to pay some other parties, and it's still remaining 3.1 million naira in the account out of the 4-point-something million. So it's actually a good thing that they can still account for that, and we hope they will still continue with that. And still talking about Nigeria versus Algeria and Tunisia. So Generator has extended a late call up to Genk striker, that's Paul Onuachi, as a direct replacement for Victor Osimhen, who has been excluded from the international friendly match against Algeria and Tunisia on October 9 on 13 in Austria. The Nigerian Football Federation, that's the NFF, announced yesterday that Napoli's summer signing has been excused without giving any official reason. But I think talking about him being excused, it's absolutely I think it's related to the fact that there's a rumor currently going on in Napoli that two of the players have tested positive to COVID-19, and also that of Napoli's coach that they're also saying tested positive to COVID-19, even though they've debunked the rumor. But of course, the 26-year-old has won 7 caps for Nigeria and has scored 1 goal, which came in 1-0 1-0 friendly victory over Egypt in March 19, 2020. Now let's talk about Bukayo Saka. Says he was right to reject Nigeria. Bukayo Saka, of course, Nigerian, but who was born in London, has decided to, I think, he decided to choose favor England because of how the Three Lions have operated, according to Bukayo Saka. He says he actually sees a very, very bright future in the England, of course, with the Eagles, Nigerian football players, saying that he would have actually loved to play for them. He sees a bright future, but he's seen a brighter future with the Three Lions of England. You've seen the way they've been handled, and of course, I think. It still depends on, of course, the winger to decide on what he wants to do. So he has insisted on playing for England instead of Nigeria. And of course, I think that ends our discussion. But before we go, let's just completely look at what the matches of the EPL, the EPL results over the weekend.
Okay, and the EPL result over the weekend started with Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, whereby Crystal Palace lost to Chelsea. And we have Everton and Brighton, whereby Brighton lost to Everton. And we have Leeds United versus Man City, whereby it was a draw. And we have Newcastle versus Burnley, and there was a loss to Newcastle. And we have Leicester City and West Ham, whereby Leicester City lost to Webber. Then we have Southampton and West Brom, whereby West Brom lost to Southampton. Then we have Wolves and Fulham, whereby Fulham lost to Wolves. Then we have Arsenal and Sheffield United, whereby Sheffield United lost to Arsenal. Then we have Man United versus Tottenham, whereby Man United lost to Tottenham. And lastly, we have Aston Villa versus Liverpool, and Liverpool lost to Aston Villa.
You just mentioned the two most shocking results over the weekend. Seriously. Now looking at the standing for the EPL, of course, currently topping the table is Everton with 12 points leading, and after playing 4 matches. And second on the table is Aston Villa, nearly relegated Aston Villa last season with 9 points on the table. Leicester City 9 points, that's 3, and also Arsenal, Liverpool with 9 points at number 4 and 5. While Tottenham, Chelsea, Leeds United, Newcastle at 6, 7, 8, 9 on the table with 7 points. West Ham with 6 points on the table, that's at number 8, and Newcastle also with 7 points on the table. While Southampton also with 6 points at 11, 12 Crystal Palace 6, and also Wolves 6. While we have Man City at 4 with 4 points at 14 on the table. Brighton and Manchester United 15 and 16 on the table with 3 points, and West Brom with 1 point, and we have that on Burnley and Sheffield United with Fulham having no points on the table. But Sheffield United have played 4 matches, while Burnley have only played 3 matches, but of course still 0 points. I know of course we can't go without talking about La Liga. Talking about La Liga's standings, Osasuna also played Celta Vigo with 2-0. And Levante played Barcelona. Real Madrid also, of course, Levante also played Real Madrid with Real Madrid defeating Levante. Barcelona playing Sevilla, of course it was a draw. And Atletico Madrid and Villarreal also played on Saturday. So Valladolid actually defeated Atletico Madrid, and Villarreal lost their match to Helba. And Real Betis, of course, also lost to Getafe over the weekend. And that's all we have for you on today, or of course on the Sports Vanguard Live. Don't forget that you can always like and follow us on our social media platforms to get more of our sports stories, and also visit our website www.vanguardnigeria.com to get more of our sporting stories. For now, it's bye from me, Damlola Ogunshake on Vanguard Live Sports, and also
bye from me, Agnes Joy Oloko.